The real answer to that question is no septic system is the same. And I hate to keep using car analogies, but almost everybody drives a car, owns a car, maintenance is their car. So it's the easiest thing to compare septic systems to. But it's nowhere close to the same. So like if you go to a used car dealer, let's say a Ford dealer, and there's 5 F-150s, all the same color, all the same year, sitting on that lot. 5 used F-150s. Every one of those trucks is going to be different. They may have the exact same package, they may be the exact same color, but you're going to have different wear on the tires. You're going to have different maintenance levels of oil changes. You're going to have scratches, dents, rough interior. You could have things broken on one and not on the other. You could have one that's brand new, even though it's used, and you could have one that's been whooped. When we come and do the septic inspections, we're not basing anyone's septic system off of someone else's septic system. It's strictly, how is it operating? Is it operating the way it was designed to operate? Going back to the 5 Ford trucks on the lot, every one of those trucks could sell. Every one of those trucks may pass a state inspection, but they're not quite the same. And you'll see that difference in the pricing. You could have an older septic system, 75 years old, that's working per the standards and guidelines of PSMA, and you could have a 5-year-old septic system that is unsatisfactory, overflowing. The age doesn't always dictate how well a system may work. Now, there's an assumption. I've passed 100-year-old cesspools that are working with no issues, and I've failed 3 to 5-year-old septic systems. Unknown why a 3 or 5-year-old septic system wouldn't work. You'd have to assume that it was an installation error, or the soil conditions were wrong. Somebody wrote numbers. You can speculate all day. We're not there to determine why. We're just there to say it's either working or not working. There are different tanks, different sizes, depending on the year the system was installed. It may have met codes and regulations during that time, but through the years, the state of Pennsylvania changes those requirements. A septic system prior to 97 may only be one 1,000 gallon tank, but then a septic system installed after 97 has to have a 1,000 gallon and a 500 gallon tank behind it, either 1 2-compartment tank or 2 tanks in series. You can go and see a drain bed on one property and a drain bed on another property, but it has just the 1 tank and the newer one has the 2 tanks. You can go to a property and you'll find that there's a sand mound. Sand mound's different than a drain bed. A drain bed's different than a trench system. They're all different from each other. There's chamber systems, there's drip irrigation systems, there's, what else is there? At-grade systems. There's stream discharge. The list goes on. And as time goes on, we also get more technology involved. So like the stream discharge has aeration tanks. They're not septic tanks. They're actually tanks that have aeration, oxygen being pumped into them. Multiple chambers with special filters inside of them. Septic systems are not the same on many different levels. And each one needs to be inspected and evaluated based on what they are and what they're specifically supposed to do. Yeah, there's nothing the same. Nothing.